So you read the book and you were convinced that you wanted to
The book was a shadow of what his achievements or who he was.
So how did this whole thought of meeting Nambi sir, making the film, actually germinate?
I saw an interview after speaking to Madhavan and before we went to meet him. Another interview, it was in Malayalam, and it's still there on the internet. And in that interview, Nambi sir was saying that it's been so many adjournments, and I've been going to Delhi all the time, and every time I go sit in front of the judge, adjourns it, and he says this case is going to go on and on and on, and it'll go on till Nambi Narayanan will die, and the case will still not. But I promise you that even after I die, this case will go on till justice is served, because how many people like me who are there in this country who are paying the price of the patriotism, that will fight. I will fight for them. And he had tears in his eyes. In fact, I was so moved by that particular video that I actually made that part of my film. In fact, I had to get into this crazy look of Nambi sir and go through hoops that I never thought I would have to in my life, just to make sure I looked like him so that I could include that one clip, which was the germ of the entire movie making for me in the film.
So Maddie, how important was the commercial success of the film, given the investments, because you're a producer as well, and what has the response been, and how do you feel about it?
Well, the commercial success is extremely important for people to believe in films like this, and the kind of response that we've got from the people. I mean, we're at 9.3 IMDb. We've got ratings that no other Indian film has got for the longest time. The public have giving us standing ovations in the theaters, and crying and sobbing. And the trending word today is "Sorry, Nambi Narayanan." And so I think I've achieved the purpose as a filmmaker, as a storyteller. I was smart enough to make sure that we are on the green much before the release of the film, in which we were. And we've shot the film in 3 languages. So it's native to Tamil, to Hindi, as well as in English. So I was smart, money-wise. And thankfully, the box office also is growing in leaps and bounds. So I don't think I can say much, but box office success is extremely important for me to make more films like this.
So after going to OTT in the middle and doing series like Decoupled and all, I've seen those as well.
I'm glad you have.
Have you decided a genre in which you want to be, or are you still somebody who's going to sort of dabble in everything and once in a while a Nambi Narayanan story?
Yeah. I hate to be confined to a particular genre. Yeah, I value my freedom, and I think that's essential in me selecting the kind of stories that resonate with my psyche at that point of time. So if I want to do Decoupled and I'm offered a Rocketry at that point of time, it's a wrong synergy. I would never do it. And likewise. So I'm really looking forward to doing some comedy right now. I'm not very keen on doing anything more serious. I just want to go out, do a fun comedy.
And some of those gyrations.
No, me doing that generation would be comedy.
Let's see, maybe it'll fit into your mood right now.
There is nothing under the earth that will actually make me go and dance, Navika. You have no clue how much they're ready to pay me to dance. I don't dance. I am very, very sure that I cannot accept, embarrass myself, do anything when I try to.
Do you know that your first film, Rehna Hai Tere Dil Mein, and that one song that was so famous, it's even today, I think the most romantic song that people.
You're talking about Zara Zara?
Zara.
Where was I dancing in that?
Yeah,
I was just standing there. Dia was doing all the dancing, and I was just happy to let her do it.
Mr. Nambi Narayanan, so when are we seeing part 2 of the book?
Well, actually speaking, the material necessary for writing the book is ready. So it's a matter of putting them together. But I have to wait for the judgment of the Jain's committee's conclusions. Because I feel that I should put the names, exactly the names, not any alternative names. So if I have to be, not get into sub judice part of it, I will have to wait for that. So it is linked to that judgment.
Okay.
That way.
And I hope and pray judgments come faster than they do in the present day and age, because freedom to write and actually tell the world about the real truth of what you went through is so very important. I'm hoping that happens sooner than later. And Maddie, I'm being told by my PCR that the song that you danced to was Sach Keh Raha Hai.
Ah, that too. There was no singing. There was no dancing.
There was dancing, and I'm
Barely.
being told.
Barely.
I'm being told.
Yeah,
So
that song is
we've caught
famous.
you lying.
No,
We've
no.
caught you. This is not creative freedom.
Please show me, me gyrating in that film. I'll be happy to take back my words. He was just like sadly singing, sitting in the rain. That sort of dancing was happening.
So you want to go back to that genre?
No. What was that? Was 20 years and 20
These
years.
days you can have romance at this time also. In these, I mean, decoupled.
Yeah, decoupled kind of romance for sure. But I have to be age appropriate in what I do. I promised my wife that.
Ageism is not something that's very cool.
I'm very Arya-like when it comes to all these isms. Okay, please. What the hell? I mean, come on. I cannot be seen romancing younger women. It's just not right.
I can tell you one thing, the kind of action he has done in this movie, in my life, I don't think that Maddie has ever acted in any film like that. I feel, at least as on today, that is a topmost action I can ever imagine in that. Fantastic.
Well then, if not for India's sake, for Maddie's sake, you have to write your book soon. Because he has to make a sequel to Rocketry itself, and it's a story that has to be told.
That is true.
And not just told, it has to be told Maddie style, because if part 1 is done by Maddie, we can't have anybody else do part 2.